God is in the details, said an American architect, Mies van der Rohe. If that's true, this place is full of godliness, not just because it's a temple, but due to the intricate detailing in the work. Halibedu is a small town in Hassan district of Karnataka, almost equidistant from Bangalore and Mangalore, taking around 4 hours. Hoysala dynasty ruled over much of South India for close to 200 years between 10th to 14th century. And during this time, they built spectacular temples, both Hindu and Jain. In the 14th century, the arms of Alauddin Khilji and Muhammad Tughlaq defeated the Hoysalas and raided the whole empire. It was recorded that enormous wealth and riches were looted. However, few temples like these survived the devastation, but the city never recovered and fell into neglect. In fact, Halibedu means a old house or old ruins. But if you see the temple even today, you will be mesmerized by some of the most stupendous expressions ever sculpted in stone. Halibedu, historically called Dwarasamudra, became the regal capital of Hoysala Empire in the 11th century. Poised on a star-shaped base, Halibedu temple is an architectural marvel. It is twin-shrined called Vikutachala as it has two identical shrines. One dedicated to the masculine aspect of Shiva, the Hoysaleswara, and the other to the female aspect, Shantaleswara. Named after the king Vishnuvardhana and the queen Shantala Devi. In front of the sanctums are the mandapams, and in front of the mandapams are the Nandi shrines for each Shivlinga. The temple complex as a whole is placed on a jagati, which literally means a worldly platform. The platform is 15 feet wide around the outer walls of the temple, meant for the visitors to walk and view the artwork. The temple has 4 entrances, one northern, one southern, and 2 eastern. The main entrance now used by the visitors is the northern one, which has a sculpture of dancing Ganesha on one side and Hoysala emblem on the other. Hoysala emblem is a mythical lion-like creature called Sala fighting with a tiger, which symbolizes Hoysala's victory over the Cholas. This is the main entrance of the sanctum. On either side of the main door are Dwarapalakas, Nandi and Bringi. They are 6 feet tall, single stone sculpted statues. On the top of the main door is dancing Shiva doing Shiva Tandava with Brahma on the right and Vishnu on the left. On either side of these are mystical animals called Makara. These animals are amalgam of 7 creatures. It has a body of a pig, mouth of a crocodile, trunk of an elephant, ears of cow, legs of lion, eyes of monkey, and a peacock tail. You will find sculptures of these Makara at many places in this temple. Now let's come back to the lovely ladies on either side of the main door. The exceptional intricate jewelry work on the Dwarapalakas makes them stand out. What's fascinating is that all of them are handmade just with a chisel. Various names are given to the jewelry. Starting from the crown, it is called Mukuta. Karnakundalas, the earrings. Dwajakiriti for the arms. Bahubandha, Kantahara, Vrukshabandha, Jarivara, Vaijayanti Mala, Vadiyana, Nupura and Kadaga. That's the reason this temple is called the Jewelry Box of India. Now let's have a look on the small mandapam seen here. There are 42 of them in the whole temple, which was supposed to have idols of various gods. The idols have been taken away by the Britishers and most of them lay vacant here today. As we watch the beautiful sculptures of the temple, I'll try to unveil the stories linked with each of them in the words of the local guide. This is the central mandapam, common to both the shrines, connected inside. You can see the long corridor with the sunlight falling in like an art form through the jalis. These are the huge pillars that are the core structural support of the temple. The grooves seen in these pillars are also not machine made. Elephants and horses were tied to the stone and made to spin round and round to create these grooves. The pillar has 5 parts. The lowermost part is called the Pita. Above it is Kambha and then Kumbha. Next is Kati and the topmost is Bharavaha. It is called Panchastila Stambha because it has 5 parts. The greatest puzzle of these pillars is the way they are interlocked. There is no bonding material, sand, or mortar used. It is a simple interlocking mechanism that makes the stone stand so strong through these centuries. It's so amazing. This is the main door of the shrine housing the Shivalingam. On the top you can see the dancing Shiva, Vishnu and Brahma on either side. Next to them is our mystical creature Makara. The ceiling also has many intricate carvings which we will discuss later. Now look at these sculptures called Shila Balikas, the dancing ladies. There were supposed to be 84 of them, but today 70 of them are at the Albert Victorian Museum. There are 108 pillars inside to signify the 108 dancing styles of Nataraja. See the beautiful play of light through the jalis. It was so nice to look at them. But before we come back to the sanctum again, let's go out and see the sculptures first. This is Lord Ganesha dancing on a mouse. The beauty here is the way the mouse is sculpted. Unable to bear the weight of Ganesha, you can see the mouth of the mouse is wide open and the nails trying to clamp the soil for grip. You can also see the soil dipping down at that level. Next to Lord Ganesha is his brother Subramanyam on his vehicle peacock. You can see the beautiful intricate details done on the peacock too. There is a uniform sequential pattern followed in the carvings. The lowermost line is of the elephants who symbolizes strength. Total 1248 elephants are sculpted where each one is different from the other and they look like they're marching behind each other. Second row is of lions who represent courage. The third row is flowers or the wheels that represent beauty. Fourth row is of horses which represent speed. These are the 4 qualities of a king. The fifth line has stories from Ramayana and Mahabharata sculpted on them. Sixth line is our mystical creature, the Makara. The seventh line has swan, which is the vehicle of Brahma. Above these 7 lines are large figurine images of gods. In this, you can see the Trimurtis, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Brahma the generator, Vishnu the operator and Maheshwara the destroyer. G-O-D, God. Srusti, Sthiti, Laya. Here, because it's Shiva temple, you can see Shiva in the center. Shiva is holding a Japamala in the right hand, which symbolizes spiritual knowledge, and in the left hand he has corn that symbolizes prosperity. Look at the details from Brahma's beard to the lovely ladies on either side. This sculpture shows Shiva Parvati. Parvati has 2 forms. When she is calm and peaceful, she is called Uma or Gauri and has mongoose as the vehicle. When she is furious, she is Kali or Durga with lion as vehicle. Look at the modern design of the earrings and the unique hairstyle. The guide says there are total 242 hairstyles in these sculptures of this temple. This is a sculpture from Draupadi Swayamvara where Arjuna is aiming to shoot the eye of a fish by looking at its reflection in the oil. This is a story from Mahabharata. This is the scene from Kurukshetra depicting the battle between Karna and Arjuna. You can see the battlefield with number of soldiers holding various weapons, bows, arrows, shields, swords, gajayudas, some of them on the chariots and some of them off the chariots. Truly looks like a battlefield. Now let's see a beautiful sculpture of Govardhana Giridhari Krishna lifting the Govardhana hill to shelter his people from the torrential rains. You can see number of people, cattle sheltered under the hill. If you go to the intricate details on the hill, you can see a banana tree with a bunch of bananas on one side, a monkey trying to climb the tree to hold the bananas, a cat holding a mouse in the mouth, a man trying to climb a hill, a hunter trying to kill a pig, a lion going inside the cave, a monkey sitting on the tree next to the lion, and many other things like birds, trees, plants, beautiful details. And under the hill, you can see many snakes, women, men, cows being sheltered. You can understand the total story in one sculpture, detailing at its best. Here is the sculpture depicting the story of Gajasura, the elephant demon. Shiva kills him by dancing inside his belly. You can see the head of the elephant here and the belly wide open. You can see two ladies playing drums while Shiva is dancing. Because of the force Shiva used to tear the body of the demon, you can see that the nails of Lord Shiva are protruding out of the skin. The guide smiles, asking us to appreciate the beautiful nail work done for the statues in those days. According to the guide, this is a small funny story of a 16-year young boy in the company of a girl with a donkey's face, saying that anyone will look beautiful at that age. Just a funny one. This is Shiva Parvati sitting on Nandi. The guide adds a thadka saying Nandi is not happy in this sculpture because Parvati is also sitting on him. He says he is only vehicle for Shiva and doesn't want Parvati to sit on him. This is the story of Varaha Avatara of Lord Vishnu killing the demon Hiranyaksha. You can see the eyes of the demon protruding out because of the weight of Varaha Swami on his head. With one of his hands you can see the Gadayuda piercing the abdomen of another demon and the intestines protruding out. See the intricate details of the jewelry of both Varahaswami and the demons. In the words of the guide, this is a sculpture of a lady singing a song. So he says the mouth is open and you can see the teeth inside. See how beautifully the teeth have been carved. And also look at her earrings, the modern Chandbalis. This is the sculpture of Shiva dancing on the demon Andakasura. Andaka also means darkness, so it's the victory of the light over darkness. And the guide adds saying, Nanda is very happy here because the demon is being killed. Here is a sculpture of Narasimha Swami, the fourth incarnation of Lord Vishnu. With two hands, he has opened the intestines of Hiranyakasyapa. With another hand, you can see he has peeled off the skin of another demon. The skull is hanging. Both the eyeballs are sticking to the skin. Look at the jewelry, the artwork, the multiple hands, the details that have been sculpted out of this. There are multiple sculptures of Narasimha Swami in this temple. In this particular one, you can clearly see the hands of Narasimha Swami digging open the abdomen of Hiranyakashyapa and the intestines protruding out. With one of his hands, he's tearing open the leg of the demon. Look at the fierceness in his face. No intricate detail missed, including the jewelry, the decoratives, and many other things. This is one another image of Narasimha Swami. What is different here is, in addition to the intestines, you can see the broken ribs that have been sculpted. As a doctor, I was amazed by their anatomical knowledge of human body, exactly how broken ribs look like. This is a sculpture of ladies singing and playing musical instruments. You can see drums sculpted in one of the lady's hand. Can you believe this is not a nylon rope? It is a stone that is sculpted just out of hand. Amazing work. Here is Ma Chamundi in the furious form stamping on an animal. Due to the pressure, you can see the tongue going into the soil, and you can also observe the wrinkles in the neck of the animal. That's what detailing is. The demon buffalo is a form of Mahishasura. Here is a sculpture of Kali or Durga with the Mundamala or the skull's necklace. You can see the Damarukam in her right hand and the beautifully done nail work. The corner stones are sculpted in the form of a star to provide maximum surface area. There are 64 corners like this in the temple. This is Bhairava or naked Shiva. With the left hand, you can see him holding the head of a demon with the blood dripping down. A lady ghost is trying to drink the blood, and you can see a small baby ghost trying to breastfeed on the lady ghost. A complicated picture. This is the story of Prahlada and his father Hiranyakashipa. Hiranyakashipa tries to kill Prahlada by throwing snakes and elephants on him because all his attempts to make him not believe in God fails. So he sets Prahlada on fire. He throws him from mountains. Nothing works. He finally asks Prahlada to show where God is. Prahlada replies he is everywhere. Then Hiranyakashipa shows a pillar and asks if he can find God inside it. And Prahlada says yes. So he smashes the pillar, and to his surprise, he can see Narasimha Swami coming out of that pillar. To depict this story, you can see Narasimha Swami has been carved in less than 1 inch width of the pillar. Beautifully done. And Narasimha Swami comes out of the pillar and kills Hiranyakashipa. So this is the whole story carved. Here you can see almost a 3D version of Tree of Life design carved above the idols of God. It is completely hollow inside. This is a sculpture of Lord Brahma. Here you can see dancing Saraswati. In the right hand she is holding a japamala indicating spiritual knowledge, and with the left hand you can see palm leaves symbolizing material knowledge. The guide says spiritual knowledge is always has an upper hand over material knowledge, so her right hand is at a higher level than the left. Look at the beautiful tree of life over her head. This is a single stone drain for the Shivalinga's Abhishekam liquids to drain outside. It's not an easy work to do this. In this you can see the Arjuna's arrows in the Kurukshetra, multiple ones dashing towards Karna. Here is the story of Sibi Chakravarti. Vishnu in the form of Vamana asks him for a 3 feet land, and the king grants him. He puts one leg on the earth, second one in the sky. You can see even that has been sculpted here. You can see Brahma doing Pada Puja for the Vaman Avatara of Vishnu. Water flowing down as river with fishes and crocodiles in it. You can see the waves of water also sculpted over it. You can't see the third leg here, but one in the sky and one on the earth are clearly seen. These are the waves of the water, and you can see the fishes carved on them. Here is a sculpture of dancing Ganesha on lotus. Why do we say he's dancing? It's because of the bells are swinging on both the sides. See how beautifully the iron chain to which the bells are hanging have been sculpted just out of stone. This is the sculpture of Chenna Kesava, a form of Lord Vishnu. They say Vishnu is Alankara Priya and Shiva is Abhisheka Priya. You can also see the Kirti Mukha on the top of the idol. You can see a Jain monk sculpted here, adding a touch of modernism to the traditional temple. Here you can see Krishna and Satyabhama sitting on the vehicle Garuda, and opposite to them are Indira and Satyadevi on vehicle Airavata. Airavata is a white elephant with 4 tusks. Once Krishna and Satyabhama have stolen Parijatam plant from Indira's garden. So Indra is chasing them on his vehicle Airavata. How do you know that? You can see the running pose of the elephant. The legs are bent, the tail has gone up, the bells are swinging, and the ears are fluttering. You can also see Satyadevi bouncing on Airavata. So she is slightly in the air and not on him because of the speed. This is the story of Parijata Apaharana, beautifully depicted. Here's one more sculpture of the drum. Have a close look, and it's very hard to believe it's not a nylon rope and it is just a stonework. Here is the image of a lady doing Bharatanatyam. Bharatanatyam is a combination of mode, melody, and rhythm. Bhava, Raga, Tala. Bharatha. Bharatanatyam. While dancing, you can see her one foot bent and wrinkles on it. You can see the nice pose, the beautiful hairstyle, her facial expression with the eyebrows gone up, showing a little beautiful attitude. Here is the story from Ramayana depicting the war between Vali and Sugriva. Here Lord Rama is standing behind, hiding behind the palm trees and throwing arrows. That's why you can see the arrows passing through the 7 palm trees. Here you can see Lord Rama giving the ring to Hanuman to show it to Sita when he finds her. Here is dancing Lakshmi with a light smile called Mandahasa, and next to her is Lord Vishnu. Here is the sculpture of a woman trying to wear a sari, and you can see a monkey pulling the sari. So she is trying to break the branch of a tree to beat the monkey. Her left leg is raised to reach out for the branch, and you can also see the modern looking slippers she is wearing. Here is the sculpture of 3 people, 2 of them playing drums and 1 of them dancing. But to the surprise, the 3 people have only 4 legs. But look at them separately. You can appreciate that each person has 2 legs and the orientation of the legs is exactly in terms with their pose. An artwork beautifully done. This is the army formation designed by Dronacharya, called the Chakravyuha. People only knew how to enter it, but the exit was almost impossible. This is the story of the war between Dusasana and Bhima, and the blood from Dusasana is being applied to Draupadi's hair. That is being depicted here. Here you can see Bhima killing the elephants. These sculptures are to depict the strength of Bhima. You can see elephants, one on the other, almost touching the sky. He is the Bahubali of the ancient times. Here is the image of Darpana Sundari, the lady looking into the mirror. See how beautifully it has been done. There are few unfinished sculptures in the temple. There you can just see the plain walls without any sculptures. This is Ravana's single stone sculpture. This shows him lifting the Kailasha Parvata. On the top, You can see Shiva and Parvati are angry because he's lifted the Parvata and so pushed the mountain down. You can see there Shiva and Parvati sitting on the Parvatam. And because of the weight, you can see his legs are bent, eyeballs are protruding out, not able to take the weight. Here you can see Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu, Saraswati, Nagaraja, Nataraja, Lakshmi. You can see one more hairstyle here called Nagamudi, where the hair is bigger than the face. Can you appreciate that? A bigger hairstyle. And next to it is Mahishasura Mardhani. Here is the story of Samudra Madhana. Gods and demons used Mandara Parvat as a churning rod and Vasuki as a churning rope. Due to no support, the mountain started sinking, and so Vishnu took the form of tortoise or Kurma Rupa and then lifted the mountain. And finally, they got Amrita. So, this is the story nicely depicted. Let's have a closer look at Makara, the mystical animal. It has a body of a pig, legs of a lion, mouth of a crocodile, eyes of a monkey, ears of a cow, trunk of an elephant, and tail of a peacock. The eastern part of the temple has adequate ventilation. The complete wall on this side depicts the meaning of life: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. The moksha is depicted in the form of the ventilators that have been provided in the wall. This is the toddy story told long back. Shankaracharya, after meditation, used to drink wine. These are the palm trees, and the toddy that is collected from it is kept in this pot. You can see a bird is coming and drinking alcohol. So it says, if you take in small quantities, your mind flies like a bird. But if it gets too much, you can see there is a poisonous snake depicted there. So too much of anything is a poison. So that's what is depicted in this story according to the guide. Now coming to the Nandis of this place. They are the 6th and the 7th biggest Nandis are found in Halibedu. The first one in Lepakshi of Andhra Pradesh, second in Tanjavur of Tamil Nadu, third Chamundi of Mysore, fourth Basavanguda Bull Temple of Bangalore, fifth Rameshwaram, and sixth and seventh are found in Halibedu. They are 8 feet and 9 feet tall respectively and carved out of a single stone. What's amazing is the mirror kind of polish and reflection in those days when there was no polishing. Look at the intricate details like the jewelry, the crown, the eyes, and even the small veins on the face. It is 900 years this temple has been built and all the polish still stays intact. Look how beautifully the tail has been sculpted. It just looks like hair bristles, doesn't it? Each Nandi is sitting facing the Shivalingam. What's interesting are the skulls sculpted on the heads of the Dwarapalakas. They're completely hollow. You can see the light shining inside them. Previously, you could demonstrate either a stick or a pen passing through the ears of each of the skulls. But that is banned these days in order to preserve them for a longer time. Here are the two Nandi shrines sitting next to each other, facing the Shivalingas. Here is a small temple for the sun god. He is on his chariot of 7 horses. I can go on and on and on, telling stories about each sculpture on these temples. It's a never ending story. But let me leave you here and let you enjoy the beauty of the temple.